I am live. It's time for Christmas ukulele. If you are new here, you're finding the recording, go to jollyrogerukulele.com, and that's where we are posting all of the sheet music and all this good stuff. And you should go there, and we will make you rich and famous and good looking. You're already good looking, so you'll be fine. Now, I'm going to go post the link for today's class right here on our website, jollyrogerukulele.com. Hopefully, you've already been there and are already rocking the house. My name's Gary, director of the Rocky Mountain Ukulele Orchestra. Wildly famous YouTube star. There's tens of you who know about me. And we meet here every day, Monday through Friday, for ukulele class and for baritone ukulele class and harmonica class and what did I say? Guitar, harmonica, baritone, and two different types of ukulele. So yeah, we're making it happen. Instrumental ukulele, Silent Night, Olding Line for Elise, Ode to, cut it off, Ode to Joy, exclamation point. YouTube. Time to rock. R-A-W, rock. Some Santa. Let's see. All right, so we're gonna tweet this lesson today. I don't know why. Yeah, I don't know. We tweet it sometimes. Sometimes I don't. Let's make sure if we tweet it, we got to be really, really good, right? We got to, we don't want to put stuff on Twitter that's not primo. All right. Hey, Linda, welcome in. Thank you guys for those of you who could make it for our made for TV Luth lesson with basically no advance notice. So those of you who were able to be here, I love that. Thank you for being here. It was super funny. Let's see who else is logging in. Lanny, good afternoon. Sorry we couldn't be there. I know, right? Appointments, right? Your choices: become a famous television star, Lanny, or go to the dentist. Come on. Hey, Carol, welcome in. Yeah, I know. I will make sure all you guys get links and all that stuff to the TV premiere. It was actually a hoot today. There's Jerry. Jerry's on my list right now. Jerry tricked me. Yeah, it was more complicated than them just showing up to do a news story. I want to talk about it here shortly. Evelyn, ready to learn some painful ukulele. Evelyn brought up in the previous class. She's like, what does painful ukulele mean? I'm like, oh gosh, I don't want to talk about it twice. So I'm glad you guys are here. We're going to cover painful ukulele today. Lindy, yeah, at least. Yeah, right. Always though. Well, you make it to what you can, right? There's too many classes. Even I get sick of listening to myself, so it's okay to skip sometimes. Let's see, Cindy. It's okay. I know you guys will not be missing it. I will be providing you with a link, and there'll be a test afterwards. When as soon as I'm as famous as I'm going to get, right? Hey Vic, thanks for being here. TV premiere today. Yes, that's I'm gonna rename that weird little video we made. TV premiere. Get it live. Um, yeah, seriously, guys. You know who else is on TV? Who's the most famous person on TV? I don't know. George Clooney. He's on TV. Hey, Diane. Diane's another one I want to fight. I was wearing Diane's mask today for the interview, so I don't know if it made it on TV, but Diane's made me a mask, and I love it. Hey, Barbara. TV interview go. We're going to talk about this TV interview. I have observations. So, hey, Melissa. Yeah, I'm glad. We're going to start with Ode to Joy today, guys, because one, we had it in our fake impromptu lesson earlier today, and so they just need 15 seconds of video, but they have to shoot an hour and a half of it. So I just sort of dived in, didn't necessarily give you the proper context for it. So we'll go over that in a little bit more detail here in just a minute. Let's see, Lynn, welcome in. Uh, oh yeah, I know it's okay. Lynn, you're from New Jersey. You guys are used to being famous, so you don't need me. Hey Q, spying in on this level. You're everybody's allowed at this level. Hey Joyce, taking a break from grading. Oh gosh, grading, right? That's coming up. Joyce, thanks for participating earlier. That was fun to have somebody. You and Jennifer both are smart music people. It's nice to have you guys around when I'm trying to pretend to be smart. Hey Linda. Welcome in, Jerry. Smiley face. You were so personal this morning. Awesome. Oh, thanks, Elizabeth. Yeah, I will. I'll give you guys the. It's going to air Sunday night on our channel 7. Sunday night at 10 p.m. I think she said. So I will make sure to post all that stuff, and we'll see how they edited me up. Let's see. Hi, Gary and Diane. Welcome in. Fred was all nervous. Oh God, Gary, please don't say anything stupid. Hey, Marianne, welcome in. Linda, so did join you from Maui. How exciting! A Hawaiian. All right, peeps, we've arrived. We have to stop screwing around. We got a real Hawaiian here, so we're switching to ukulele lady, right? That's not even Hawaiian. I don't know. What's that? What's a real Hawaiian? Aloha oi, right? We do that one. Hey, so glad you're here. Very exciting to have you. Let's see. Marianne, let's see, where did I leave off? Glad you're here, Linda. We have too many Lindas. We're gonna have to get rid of a Linda or two. Hey, Sandy, welcome in from the Yoop. Sandy, Andy Warhol would be proud. I know. See, that's exactly what we're doing here. Modern art. Hey, Laurel, Pauline, welcome back. Laurel, it'll be all right. So here's what really happened. Okay. So we're doing music for the pandemic, right? So we're all like, what are we going to do with ourselves? Let's sit down and let's learn how to play ukulele. And you know me, I am not happy with somewhere. I just don't, that's just not the way I do things. And so I teach what we teach here, high level advanced instrumental stuff designed to be worked as an ensemble, designed to take one piece of music and play it in lots and lots of different ways. And so we do this, kind of high level thinking. And that's what we really do here. Well, so I think when they call up and they say, "Hey, we want to do a news story about you doing music in during the pandemic," I'm thinking, "Oh, wait, I have to be like, this is very serious. We've got to make the ukulele look good." So I'm all nerd, right, and all this. Well, it turns out we have this program on Channel 7, and it's called Everyday Hero, and it's for people who volunteer in the community, and they recognize them. Usually they're they're people who've been doing volunteer work forever, and somebody in our group, Jerry, somehow let them know about what I'm doing, and so it's very nice. So not only, okay, sit down, this is exciting, not only am I a wildly famous TV star and a huge hit on YouTube, there are tens of you watching right now. I am now, and they gave me this little thing. I'm officially a Channel 7 everyday hero, and there's my name, and it's signed by Molly. Molly is this delightful anchor that runs the morning news. I asked her what time you have to be there in the morning. She said 3:30 in the morning. I'm like, oh God. I remember my Starbucks day where I had to be there at 4:15. 4:15 is an hour and a half later than she has to get to the TV station. So not only are you dealing with, I'm like Beyonce and Jay-Z and who's the guy that they can't get enough of lately, the piano player. He's on everything all of a sudden. I'm also I'm also a hero. So there you go. All right. Enough of that. Okay, that's the end of me being famous. All right, let's get to work on proving that I shouldn't be famous, or by playing some music. All right, let's see. Barbara, I'm expecting Nancy from Alabama. Oh, good. How exciting. Nancy, get in here. Let's see, Jennifer, you're going to be in. I know I'm going to be super famous. I'm a hero. All right, so let's talk about ukulele. Look, you're making me cry now. Stop it. If you don't know this, I cry like all the time. It's ridiculous. I'm a little bit of a ridiculous human being. Now, ukulele, that's what we're here for. Not this is not about me. This is about you. We got to get you where you can play all the Christmas music. I mentioned in the previous class, and it is important. Um, I want to be able to get you as much Christmas music as I can. And I think I have everything written that I'm going to need to write for this week. So over the next week, I'm going to be just really cranking out as much Christmas music as I possibly can get to. So starting next week, it's gonna build up pretty quickly, right? And so I think I have 60 or 70 songs that are fully arranged, but I'm cleaning them up for YouTube and for posting them, and I want you guys to have really the good stuff all of the time. And so just know that while we're starting off a little bit slow, it is just the second week of November, for I don't know, whatever week of November it is, and so we will continue to push higher and higher and higher, and get you as much as we can. Now, I know a handful of you are like, I don't know about Christmas music. As I mentioned yesterday, as a musician, you don't really get a choice. You're going to play Christmas music. And so we have lots and lots of nice stuff coming. Hang in there with me. For the next 6 weeks, we're going to just play Christmas music. It feels a little early, but it's not for musicians. In fact, we're a little bit behind for musicians getting geared up, because by Thanksgiving, you have to be 100% ready to play. And then I saved her sanity. I just saw Lindy put that. I think you'd have been okay without this. I really do. I think you would have been okay. But it's nice that you had this, right? This is. It's nice that I have it too. I mean, I'm just delighted that we could sit here and have an hour a day to just to blow the stink out of our heads, and then go on. And so I'm delighted so many of you guys have been showing up on a regular basis. And so let's see. Now, Christmas music's coming. It's important. I know, right? And I'm going as fast as I can. All of the public domain stuff, all of it will be posted on the front page of the website. So if you're not a member, you'll be fine. The modern stuff, well, I'll have to put behind the paywall. And so if you're not a member of the website yet, you ought to think about getting that way. We're going to have a really nice list of more modern Christmas music in there. And I know, it's 25 cents a day or whatever. But we're serious about this, right? We're serious. This thing is amazing. I want to start with Ode to Joy today, because in the previous class we got about most of the way through it, and then Evelyn had to ask, well, what does painful youth mean? And then I was like, I got to talk about that in the next class. So I was told them I want to talk about this first, and then if those guys in the last class want to sneak out early, they can. Ode to Joy. Here's what we're going to talk about. Number one, you're playing Beethoven. Beethoven is a pretty famous guy, and you're playing it on this instrument, okay? And the nice part about this is that, as with everything that we do, we've got different ways of playing it, and I want you to be able to play them all the way. So let's talk about your chords, okay? F chord, dum, dum. Then we got this super cool G minor here. I don't even know if this makes sense within the song, but it's beautiful. Dum, dum, and then the C chord, dum, dum, F chord, dum, dum, D minor, dum, dum, and then a G minor, dum, dum, and F chord, dum, 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 F chord, dum, 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 dum. Okay, then it changes a little bit in measure 9. Dum, 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 da da dum, dum. Dum, da, da, dum. Isn't that so cool? That is just the coolest thing. I want to go punch Beethoven in the face. I would never have put an A chord there. He drops an A chord in there. It makes no sense in the context of music theory. Like, what is that doing there? So cool. And then major 12 D minor, dum, 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 F chord, dum, 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 da, dum. Okay, so that's where we're at. Those are your chords. Every one of those chords is coming up in your life, so there's a good opportunity for those of you who are newer to say, hey, these chords are absolutely going to be an important part of everything you do. So get comfy with them. G minor is one of the one that I noticed, in locally here when we're working with the orchestra, when we ever have a G minor, a lot of times people are looking around like, what is it? How do I do that one? And so it comes up a lot, but not enough where you get really, really good at it. But just know G minor is not one of these things that's never coming up. Let's see. Next is, hey, everybody who's logging in. Oh, cat, don't make me cry anymore. Those are your chords, okay? If you just this somewhere over the rainbow, right? Same thing, just different song, okay? Next, melody, okay? I didn't give you a ukulele melody line on this one because I want you to think about it for just a moment. In our head, the highest pitch note is the melody. Okay. Ukulele presents a weird situation with this because this string is a higher pitch than the string that's below it. And so sometimes it messes up when I'm doing arrangements. I'm like, I can't do that and you'll see there's actually a moment in this song where having this higher pitch than this is really irritating. But for the most part, we like this high pitch one because it makes the ukulele sound happy. Now, if you take a look at your tough uke, just like when we did Three Blind Mice, just like when we did My Spaghetti Monster, the highest note on throughout that entire piece of music is the melody note. Okay, so for you guys, as you're looking at your tablature, the highest pitched note is always going to be on this string, right? Except occasionally it pops over onto the second string, but it's always on your tablature. It's always the note on the top. So read through there just on the top notes. O, 1, 3, 3, 1, O, 3, 1, 1, 3, O, 3, 3. Okay, I'm ignoring the chords. 3, 3, 1, 0, 3, 1, 1, 3, 0, 3, 1, 1, and so on. So I want to stop there, but you get the idea. Highest pitch note in the chord. If I'm playing the chord, for example, the first chord is an F. The last note I hit is that 0. That's your melody note. Okay. And the reason it's important is that with chords, we put the chords in a little bit lower pitch so that they're not getting in the way of the melody. When I do an arrangement, I type in all of the melody and then I go through and I add in chords underneath the melody notes. And I don't like it. And sometimes I break the rule, not always, but sometimes I'll break the rule and make a harmony note go above the melody. But for the most part, probably 98% of the time, the melody is riding along the top, and then we're sneaking in chords underneath them to create a more whole and beautiful sounding situation. Unless one has, right, Cindy's right, reminding me, there is a low G. Low G players have, instead of this high pitch note, they have a lower pitch note here, which, by the way, is really helpful when you're doing arrangements and really takes all of the ukulele-ness out of it. It takes away all of the decision making. So yeah, that happens. Thanks, Critter. Billy, yep, made it. Okay, fine. Judy made it in. All right, guys, good to have all of you here today. We have a big group. So when we go to tough uke, all I do is put in the chord underneath the melody notes. Okay, let's give it a try. Tough uke. 1, 2, 3, 4. Just want you to stop you there for just a second. Notice at that moment, measure 12, last thing in there, your melody note's this low C. Okay, if you're on a low G, you're fine. I put this here ba-dong, this is going to be lower. But when you're on ukulele, a real ukulele, this is a high G, right? And so you get ba-dong, and you got to be careful to make sure to give enough weight, enough urgency to this low note that it stays the melody note so that this high note doesn't take over control, because then it would sound weird. Bum, 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 right? That doesn't sound right. Bum, bum, bum. Okay, so just be mindful when you're playing a ukulele with a high G. There's going to be moments when this chord note is higher than your melody note, and you want to make sure to bring out the melody note as much as possible so that this doesn't confusing to your ear. Okay, let's finish up at 13. 1, 2, ready, play. Okay, and then we'd repeat. If you're on low G ukulele or a baritone ukulele, you don't have to worry about that because this string's already lower and it's fine, right? I do think there are times and places when I use my low G that I love, but for the most part, when I'm playing ukulele, I want that high G on here. I just think it sounds more ukulele-like, and it creates some sort of fun stuff there. So let's see. Let's see. Next up is, so that's tough uke, right? So we take melody, add the chords in, we got tough uke. But, and you could call it chord melody. I don't necessarily like the phrase chord melody because I think it sends the wrong message that chords and melody are happening at the same time. No, we don't really play like that. We almost always, a little bit of chords, a little bit of melody. So I think tough uke actually captures a little bit better what we're doing in terms of, hey, this is kind of hard to do, but if I can do it, I am pretty cool, right? Then painful uke, what we want to do is turn this into true, honest-to-goodness finger-style ukulele or true finger-style guitar. That's a word that's out there that YouTube kind of got popular. You play everything with your fingers, so finger-style is a stupid word. But the idea in finger-style is that every eighth note, almost, something's going to happen. And in order to make that happen, notice in tough uke, let's go to measure 1. In tough uke, I've got chord, melody, chord, melody, chord, melody, chord, melody. Okay, that's what's going on in the tough uke line. In painful uke or finger-style uke, I'm going to add in arpeggios in addition to chord and melody. Okay, so now I really have to go to a claw shape, and I'm going to go chord, decoration, melody, decoration, 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 chord, decoration, or melody. Okay, so you're adding in some decorative notes. What you'll notice is whatever chord I happen to be holding, I'm going to be pulling arpeggios and decoration using the same chord. I'm not going to be changing anything over here. When you get to like a real high level, ultra advanced stuff, they might be doing a little bit of that. But for the most part, most of us don't really do that. Okay, jazz players might add in some weirdo stuff in there. And when you're playing the advanced repertoire in classical music, you'll do that. You will adjust the chord inside of the chord. But for the most part, it's too much work, and it doesn't really get you a lot of, you don't get too many fans that way. What we want to be doing is doing the real issue here is you've got to make sure to play the melody notes louder and more dramatically than the decorative notes. Okay, so let's try it. Let's go through just the first 4 measures, and hopefully you can start to hear the melody come out in addition to all this other nonsense going on in it. Okay, so really slow. 1 and 2, and 3, and 4, and da. Okay, so you can hear that melody coming out above it. You just have to be slow, patient, and consistent about making sure you know where the melody is. And the big thing with there, what I do, I haven't done it on this piece of paper, but if I'm going to play something, for an audience, let's say, and I want to make sure that I'm going to really present the ukulele in some sort of really fabulous way, I'm for sure going to be playing in fingerstyle like this, and then I'm going to go through my sheet music, and I'm going to put a little note, a little dot, a little caret, a little something above all of the melody notes, so that as I'm reading through the sheet music, I'm making sure to really emphasize those moments and then de-emphasize, not play them quietly, but just de-emphasize the decoration moments. What you will find is you end up with a really complete sounding piece of music, because now you are taking, and I never talk about this in class because it's too advanced. Okay, so here you go. This is it. We're taking the melody, we're adding the chords, we're playing those together, and then in addition to that, we're also adding in arpeggios on top of that. So now you have fingerstyle ukulele. Okay, yes to melody, yes to chords, yes to arpeggios, yes to getting everything in the right correct timing, yes to maybe playing slower than you've ever played before, so that you can make sure to get everything beautiful and clean and nice. Because if you're doing all these decorative notes, but your melody notes are all a mess, it's not going to come out correctly. So here we go. Okay. If you are newer, this might be too much. Okay. And that's okay. Play the chords, make sure you know the chords, play the top note on the tough uke line to get the melody out. If you're like, yep, I got those two things, no problem, I'm going to try to play the tough uke. I usually, as you guys know, I usually just play with my thumb when I'm doing tough uke because it sounds pretty every single time. And so, and then I will be playing the painful ukulele, right? Or at least trying. Okay, for third or fourth time through today, you think I'll get it. And I think Joyce's comment there, both Cindy and Joyce. Cindy's like, yeah, I love doing that, and Joyce's like, man, it is really satisfying when you come together. If you think about how piano players work, they're mostly the melodies over here, mostly the chords over here, but then you get a little Liberace on it, right? This chord isn't just block chord, block chord, block chord, block chord, block. It's how I play the piano, right? Bonk, 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 bonk. But what you get when you start dealing with the Liberace approach, which is he was an amazing pianist, by the way. You're taking those chords and breaking them into pieces and adding those in while you're playing the melody, and it gets very decorative, very ornate, and very beautiful. You can overdo it. Most of if you watch too much fingerstyle guitar, after a while, you're like, every song starts to sound the same. But it's one more top level tool that you can bring to your music, especially tunes that are a little bit slower. Okay, here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold that for a second and then go. the top. Take your time. I'm going to switch to tough uke. Okay, you guys that are painful ukers, keep it up. 1, 2, ready, play. Big F chord at the end. Okay. Nice. Beautiful, beautiful, pretty decent piece of music, to be perfectly honest. Some of you are newer to music and you probably have heard of Beethoven and you're like, I don't know, I guess he's pretty famous, pretty good. I think it's sort of, I would say it's probably accepted. There are people who will squabble about this, but probably the best song ever written is Beethoven's Ninth Symphony, and Ode to Joy is a part of the fourth movement of Beethoven's Ninth Symphony. So takes about an hour and 10 minutes, I think, to play Beethoven's Ninth, and every minute of it is perfect. Wrote it stone cold deaf. Just couldn't hear a single word of it. Yeah, so there's Ode to Joy. Hopefully that's sounding good for you. Play it in whatever manner makes the most sense to you. And there's that. So now, keeping the Beethoven idea alive, let's go grab For Elise. Let's knock that out, and then we'll play a little Christmas music, and then we'll be out of here, okay? So For Elise is the next one. For Elise was a song that is probably written, Beethoven wrote probably as a young man. It's confusing completely where this piece of music came from, but it does show a lot of the sort of Beethoven things that eventually became, made some sense. It's exactly fits into perfectly into what music theory says it should do. Nothing particularly crazy about it. Very classical in approach. And they found it among his papers when he was dead, and they published it 40, 50 years later. And then of course scholars have been like, I don't think that was his. It looks too simple for him, but he could have written it as a young composer. And so it's a lot of mystery around why this is a thing. But what you really need to know is every piano player ends up playing this. And when you hear people play it that are really good pianists, they play it super fast, right? And mostly that's not how this gets played. It mostly gets played much slower by beginning piano students. And I don't think I ever had to play this, but now that I have played it enough on ukulele, my thought is it's perfectly fine to play it nice and slow and beautiful on a ukulele. And so let's take our time through it. The big thing here, this is again chord melody, right? But it doesn't make sense because it's mostly melody. It's mostly melody with a little bit of chords mixed in. And you will find measure 2, if you're going to hold your A minor chord, you're going to play that whole measure just by holding that. Measure 3, make sure your E7 is together, index, middle, and ring. Okay, that's going to be there. I didn't put the chords on here. I don't know if I didn't put them on there on purpose or if I just thought, they'll figure it out, right? But this one, and then in measure 3, very important, there's a 4 there. You're going to need to use your pinkies for 4s, guys. Just add your pinky and then take it off. Don't let yourself be talking into abandoning the chord and going and grabbing it with your ring. If it's a 4, use your pinky. That, I think, is pretty solid advice for the rest of your life. And then at measure 4, you're holding this E7, just slide it forward and lift your ring finger, and all of a sudden you've got A minor. Okay, this is pure straight up E7 to A minor. That's as normal of life as can get. And down at measure 11, you have a G chord. with your pinky on 5. That comes up a lot, guys. You know that you hated it when you met it, and it's probably getting where you're like, okay, I can do that now. That's it. Those are your main chords that are in there, and the rest of it's pretty straightforward. Q says, being a lower level mucker, I'm having trouble seeing your fingerings. Are you using the thumb on the 3rd string and 2 others? Are you using the thumb on the 3rd string? Oh, if I am playing Ode to Joy, I'm playing thumb, index, middle, ring the entire way. Okay, so thumb, index, middle, ring. As I've talked to you guys before, this is never ideal. I'm trying to get the lighting just right. I am really, if I can play with these 3 fingers, I will, because then I am using my middle finger on this 1st string, and it's much more reliable. However, when I'm playing a fairly large piece with lots and lots of 4-finger chords, I'm going to play here, and then now all of a sudden I got to be picking lots of melody notes with my ring finger, which is never ideal, right? But in that particular situation, I was playing thumb, index, middle, and ring. Okay. With this piece here, I probably would do the same thing, because every measure just about I'm going to be plucking a 4-finger chord. So yeah, I would probably be considering doing the same thing. So great question, Q. All right, let's talk about the 7, 6s, and 7s, right? I'm probably just going to use my pinky. And then when I get to that 7, I got to jump it over to the other 7. Okay, so it's not ideal. So you're going to abandon this 7 to get to the next 7. They happen one after the other. So that's why you want to be clean. Wait till the last possible second, and then grab your other 7. Okay, let's do the first. Well, let's just do measure. Let's do the first 8 measures and see how we do. From the top, 1, 2, 3. It's in 3. Let me count in 2. 1, 2, 7, 6, 7, 6, 7, 7, 5, 3, A chord. And then you've got a bunch of A's, open notes. E7, 2, pinky finger, slide up, 2, 0, 0, 3, pinky, A minor. That's a quarter note. Now keep going to the top. Pinky. Second ending. Now here's the hard part of the song. The index finger. Slide up to 7. 2 3s. 8 7. G chord with your pinky. Go grab the 1. 7 5. A minor with the 3. 5 3 E7. This last part is the same as the beginning. Are we on 20? Did I miss any? I may have missed a whole line there. It gets very repetitive on the bottom. I think I played everything. So on this piece of music, this one's not near as challenging as the Ode to Joy. In some respects, the hard one here is 7 6 7 6 7 7 7 5 3. That's pretty challenging. And then that middle section there from 10 through measure 10, 11, and well, really measures 10 and 11 are pretty challenging. And so hopefully that's coming together for you. We'll play that again on Friday. Don't want to spend too much time on it because I want to get to the other two Christmas songs. We got plenty to cover there. So yesterday we talked about Silent Night. So I like it. And we did play Auld Lang Syne, if I remember right. So let's play those through real quick and just make sure that those are on your watch list. Let's grab Silent Night real quick. And we're going to run out of time today, unfortunately. But, you guys know how these tunes go now, and so hopefully work on them a little bit. Remember, on Friday we play through everything. So if you're brand new to the broadcasts, on Friday we spend each day we come here, we'll learn all of our tunes, and then on Friday we play through everything. And so ideally every day you're working toward being ready for the Friday concert. And then also if you are newer and you're like, this seems like a lot, definitely check out the class that's right before this. That's one of the sort of the foundational skills we put in. This class is this is hard. Okay. And when I come to sit down and play this, I adore playing this high level stuff, but I also know I have to be on my full game in order to get it done. And so if you're new and you're like, this seems like a lot of work, it is. Okay. All right. Silent Night from the top. Played in any way that makes sense. Some of you, that's going to be melody. Some of you, that's chords. Some of you, that's tough uke. Okay. This piece is already sort of finger stylish. Pretty much, I put something in on every quarter note. Okay. So if you're like, yep, I'm playing everything painful uke from now on. Okay. This is kind of it. Just slow down. 1, 2, 3. 2, 3. To the top. Second inning. That's a good song, guys, right there. So again, play it in whatever manner makes the most sense to you. Don't make it a sad situation. It's a beautiful piece of music, and so just play it in whatever way makes the most sense to you. Yeah, really nice, right? Really, really nice piece of music. Auld Lang Syne. Let's go knock that guy out real quick. You got to be ready to play this one on December 31st at 11:59 and 59 seconds, right? This is quite a bit harder song to play too, so just be aware of that. We walked through it yesterday a little bit. I don't think we probably need to go through it in too much detail, but measure 8, remember you're going to have that B flat on 5. It's F shape on 5, B flat. Okay, that's going to show up, and then I believe at some point it turns into a really nasty little thing. Yeah, major. That's not too bad. Maybe that's all it does. Okay, so yeah. Anyway, that's plenty nasty, right? So bar on five, F shape in front. That's coming up. Here we go from the top. Remember, we play all the way down through 20, and when you come back the second time, go to measure five. Don't go all the way to the top. From the top. 1, 2, 3. 2, 3. 2, 3. 2, 3. 2. Go back up. 2, 3. 2, 3. 2, 3, 4. That'll get the new year started correctly. They canceled the ball in Times Square, right? So it's on you guys. It's not you guys. It's on you. It's on you to usher in the new year this year. So let's get that piece of music put together. That is going to make everybody excited for 2021. We'll all be more than happy to see 2020 go away. And so it's on you, right? You now know how to do it correctly. And hopefully that's coming together for you. They're not an exactly easy arrangement by any stretch of the imagination, but it is correct, and I love it. And so please keep playing that one. That's it. That's what I know. Hopefully, everybody's doing well out there. I have been watching the news. Don't watch the news, but I have been watching it, and it is terrible out there. So please take care of yourself. This thing is for real, and there's not really a good choice right now. So please stay safe. Try to do something good, right? Think of somebody and do something nice. Somebody did something nice. They turned me into a local hero, right? So yeah, go do something nice. That's really super sweet. Keep practicing. I don't know. Practicing is less fun than you think. This is a good practice. Keep showing up. That's the hard one, guys. This showing up right here every day on YouTube. That's the hard one. If you can do that, I promise you'll be playing at a much higher level than I can play, because you'll get good. Okay. Like and subscribe if you haven't done that. Thank you all for being here. Have a wonderful night, and I'm gonna go sit and be proud of being a major movie star around here. And I will see all of you guys. I'll see everybody tomorrow, right? Regular schedule, everything back to normal. No more crazy for the week. We've had enough. And there we go. So have a great night to everybody. Thanks for being here. Let's see. Vic, good to see you. Cindy, I'll see you tomorrow. Sandy, good to see you, Sandy. Joyce, Yeah, Joyce, thanks for being here, Joyce. Appreciate it. I really do. I really, really do. Thanks, Landy. You're my hero, Lanny. Lynn, good to see you. Kat, thank you, Gary. Everyone. As soon as they post a link, I will for sure post it on here. I mean, come on, seriously, I'm super famous. I'm going to make sure that we post a link. Yeah, it's supposed to be on Sunday night on their local TV, and then I'm sure it'll be very shortly there after they post a link, and I will, I'll make sure that I get it posted for you. So thanks, Kat. Absolutely. Thanks, Barbara. I appreciate you guys being here. All right, our international hero, right? I know that's very exciting. I know, whatever. Thanks, Critter. Good to see you, Clay. Good to see you, buddy. Patricia. Oh, I know, right? It was a very short notice. It's perfectly fine, right? We just pretended to give a lesson, and it worked out fine. It'll be 10 seconds of video on their thing, probably. Hopefully. I don't know if I played that well. All right, Jacqueline. We'll see you soon. Thank you. Lynn, good to see you internationally here. All right, Jerry, you're on my list, bud. I will track you down. Thank you for doing that. That was super sweet. Q, thanks for being here. Pauline, Nancy, oh yeah, we'll do autographs. Yeah, heck yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna probably have to. I probably can't go to the grocery store anymore because I'll just be signing autographs the whole time. Pauline, good to see you. Red, we done good, right? All of us. That we're all keep showing up here. That's Annie. Don't be late anymore. That's it. Your hall pass is revoked. Elizabeth, good to see you. Linda, yeah, there's always a lot to work on, right? Work on don't think of it as work. Think of it as, hey, I'm going to mess around with this until it starts to come together. That's how you do it. Fran, good to see you. Jennifer, thanks for being here, and thank you. All right, guys, going to pull the plug. That's enough for today. I'm gonna go. Be famous. So I'll see you guys soon. Linda, have a great day.